So this is a little bit of an interesting tidbit here, using a book if you want to use this as a card to wallet technique, but it's going to make use of a technique that I've already taught before as a way of shooting a card out of a deck. So it's a very, very simple technique, and we're just going to take it over to an actual book here. So it's an interesting thing. Today we're going to be using Coin Magic, the Klutz Guide to Coin Magic, because I, of course, am an adult. So first things first, the card is going to be picked. In this case, it's going to be the 10 of spades. And this card is, of course, squeezed into the deck very, very fairly. And here's where we introduce the idea of the book. So the book here is actually interesting. It has 24 complete coin tricks. And as you can see, it's a very, very rotund book. It's made for kids, but still very, very effective in the fact that it's going to teach you all the coin tricks you know. What a lot of people don't know is that it's also very effective at showing you card tricks. As a matter of fact, call stop anywhere you want. Right there, see if we reach into the page, we could actually take out your card, in this case, the 10 of spades. Oh boy, what a fantastic little card trick we got there. And shows you, never judge a book by its cover. So it's a very, very simple technique, and if I didn't flash it gratuitously there during the explanation, rather tutorial, then here's how we do it. So first things first, we're going to grab any card and we're going to angle jog the card. So this is done simply by jutting in and squeezing on the upper left corner of the deck. At this point, what that does is that's going to stick this card out over here on the right end, which happens to be exactly where our pinky is. You notice what's going to happen here is that in the action of squaring this packet up with my left thumb, I'm just using my pinky to pull this card towards the right. So it's a simple action. It does take a little bit of practice to get down, but the cover is that I'm using my left thumb to square up the cards. That's going to be the cover for this action. So from the exposed angle, all I'm doing here is I'm taking the card, squeezing it with my ring finger and my middle finger, and my pinky is going to touch and contact the upper right corner and just pull that to the right. So again, this is done in the context of squaring this card up and making sure that my left hand and my left thumb is squaring up the edge of the deck. Now at this point, I'm going to reach for the book. Obviously, the book would be best to be placed either in front of you or to the left, so you don't have to reach over like an idiot. And here I'm going to draw attention. Notice the deck is being held in right hand, and this card is sticking out here. So I'm going to draw attention to something about the book. And here's the only move of the trick here. Notice, well, apart from the actual control itself. So you're going to point out something with the book. Notice my right hand and my palm is obscuring this jogged card. So all that's going to happen here is my fingers are going to come in contact with that card over here. My fingers are going to come in contact with that card that's sticking out, and they're going to pull it under the book. And this is done as I pull the deck out and make some sort of comment as to the actual side of the book or maybe the front of the book, and this card is stolen. So it's a very, very simple action here. All we're doing is after this card is angle jogged, my fingers are underneath the actual spine of the book. So my fingers are underneath the spine of the book. I'm going to draw attention to something on the back end of it. My fingers are going to grab that card, and as the book is being turned over, I'm just simply going to steal that card off behind. So the exposed angle for that, very, very simply done. Again, it's not really a hard move to do. It's just you're going to have to manage your angles correctly here. You're going to turn the book over, your fingers on the bottom. You're going to grab that card from the bottom as you turn over the book and draw attention to the side of it, draw attention to the front, and now you could put the deck away. So at this point, this card is underneath the book. All you need to do is have the spectators call stop at any point in time. You're going to reach in with your thumb and you're going to pull out this card from the bottom. So the spectator call stop anywhere you want. You go, oh, hey, that's a nice place to call stop. Because that's exactly where your card happens to be. Never judge a book by its cover. It's a book on coin tricks, but there's a hidden card trick in there. Good job. And from there, you could proceed with whatever it is you do for a living. But it's a nice little bit of a steal. And it could be applied to a card to wallets if you have a bigger wallet. It could be applied to books, as you saw here. Just to play around. Look at what's your surrounding. Look at what's in your environment. And you're going to think of a lot of options for this. A menu for a restaurant could be one. But what I like is that we're employing the use of this box steal, which is something that I've taught previously, this thing to get a card inside of a box, and we're applying it to something like a book. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for being piggybackers, and I hope to see you on the next video.